Hi guys, my name is Mako Fukui and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is exactly 2 months here in Hawaii, in Hawaii, and I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited to tell my experience and share how I felt during my stay of my second month in Hawaii. First and foremost, I am so surprised how quickly 2 months has been. It's been so fast. And I'm still processing January, to be really honest, but February has been one of the most exciting months, one of the life-changing months I've had. So let's start. So right before I start explaining my second month in Hawaii, I just wanted to share one more experience that I missed talking about in my first video. So exactly 31st of January, I have it here in my book, I actually went surfing. Can we just take a moment? Yes, I went surfing in Hawaii for the very first time. And I have no idea why I left it out, but that was such a big experience for me because of a lot of reasons. Number one, I am scared of water. I know it sounds so crazy because I want to go surfing and I'm scared of water. It doesn't match up. But one of the reasons I wanted to do it was because I'm scared of it. I didn't want that to stop me from trying something new that I could like. And surfing was definitely one of them. And since I was in Hawaii for the whole full first month, I haven't been swimming at all at the beaches and everything. I didn't really have a chance. So for me, being scared of water, going into the water, surfing, actually trying surfing, those three things together was such a big deal to me. I don't know how surfing is to other people, but for me it was such a big step. And just being able to conquer that fear of getting into a big body of water and then trying to stand up on a wave that's consistently moving, yeah, that was very mind-blowing. But I actually went surfing and I actually did it. I can't believe myself. Actually, I have to credit my roommate, my ex-roommate, Yukari-san, and 2 of the boys who helped me guide, and they helped me put me on the wave. So surprisingly, I could stand up, like, I want to say a handful of times. I'm really not sure. Sometimes it was just a few seconds, and I could stand up once, like for a solid maybe 7 seconds. That was like really fun. I was just like, oh my god, this is it, I'm standing. And it was so incredible, the feeling of being able to stand up on a wave and just look at the horizon in front of you. Oh my god, the view is amazing. So I wanted to just quickly share that because it was such a big deal for me. And right after I was watching my own video, I was like, wait a minute, I went surfing and I didn't talk about it. Am I okay? Yes, I am okay. Thank you for asking. And that was my experience with surfing. So now that I have said that, let's actually begin to my second month of my stay in Hawaii. So the second month, first week, was really busy. I actually went to the North Shore, which is a different kind of vibe and beach. It's like I want to say 1 hour, but I don't think it's that far. But you need to go in the car to drive to the north side, and then there's like bigger waves. And during the time that I went, they had a very big surfing competition. So I was very grateful enough to have saw the final surfing show, and it was really amazing. Like surfing that I've seen on like Lilo and Stitch, yes, that's where I'm coming from, to having to see it in real life is just amazing. So the first week was definitely so fun, going out, exploring Hawaii. And the second week, starting from the 7th, was my ex-roommate's birthday. So I actually made some small little gift, and then I was able to meet her on her birthday, and we had loko moko, which is a Hawaiian food, and we had waffles. So it was really nice. I mean, good food, good company. I'm not complaining, and it was really nice seeing her. And I guess because I haven't met her, I haven't been living with her, it was really nice to see her again, and I felt like home. You know, some people you just meet and you just feel so relaxed and at home, and that you can be yourself. And I find that hopefully the feelings are mutual, but I find that I feel like I am able to really express myself when I'm around with her. So I did enjoy that a lot. In the last days of my second week, I actually tried something new, and I tried pottery, ceramics, for the first time. I don't know if it's correct grammatically to say I tried pottery, but it's a workshop held at this place called Fish Cake, and they had a workshop to make Japanese hinaningyo, which is something which is a doll that you decorate, and it symbolizes Girls' Day. So in Japan, we like to celebrate it on March 3rd, and I was very lucky and very thankful to have been able to join that workshop, and I felt so free, like a child, and I was so into the work and painting and just molding the dolls and thinking about nothing which sounds so weird, but I was just so into it that time just keep going by without me realizing it. And when I realized it was already in the evening, and I feel like these are the days I live for, and I really enjoyed it. I love creating and to be able to express my feelings and thoughts through art, and not poetry, pottery, and these ceramics was so beautiful. I've never done anything like that before, not in Japan, not in Thailand, not in Singapore. So to be able to have that really rich experience in Hawaii means so much to me, and I have to really shout out to Chacha. She is a great person who has such a talented eye and lens to see things, and I love her. Like, I love her art and her style and how she gives advice and everything, because I think a lot of the art stuff in general, to have someone give comments, sometimes it could be like not offensive, but just kind of like not that nice to hear their other people's ideas, because there's a certain way you want to do it, but the way she does with her wording and how she's suggesting is really, really professional, and I really liked it. So I did enjoy so much of that. Moving on, the third week I was able to meet with my ex-roommate again. I know, we are so deeply in love. We're like a married couple. So we were able to go hiking at Manoa Falls, and I always love a good hike, and it was just so nice. I mean, the fresh air is super fresh. I feel like it's maybe I'm overreacting, but I've never had so much air filled in my lungs that are super fresh. Like when you go to Manoa Falls, it's like a view of green, an insane feeling of nature. Like you're really surrounded in nature, and you can see all these branches and just nature, and it's just so beautiful. I'm falling deeper in love with Hawaii every time I go to these amazing places. So the first and second week has been really adventurous and very, very amazing, and I was actually lucky enough to try surfing again, but this time I went to surf in Waikiki, and I'm gonna be honest, I've only was able to stand like 2 seconds one time out of that 6 hours, 6 or like 4 or 5, I don't know how many hours, but I was just floating on the water, and it wasn't as fun as the first time just because I wasn't able to ride the wave, but that was an experience. Yeah, they're very, very different. I think if I were a beginner, I would definitely want, like, the best thing is to go to a class and have it learned, or have your friend really stand next to you and teach you tip by tip, side by side, step by step how to do what, because the beach can be very dangerous and it's always unpredictable, so it's good to really stay alert. And I think I have learned my lesson, because if not, you're just probably gonna be floating around the water, and it's not that fun to do that, especially because I'm scared of the water, and to be staying in the water and not really doing anything and it's just not the best. But nevertheless, I did learn so much from that day and from that experience. So, lesson learned. Moving on to the next week. I just remember at this point in time, I was just feeling, I had really such a busy week, and then I just remember kind of being exhausted, but then just kind of numb in a way. I don't know, because I had such an eventful week, and I did love every part of it. I think by that week I was just kind of burnt out a little bit. So I just remembered feeling quite heavy. I don't know how to explain this, but it was a very, very eventful week, and the following week it was just like so there were times that I was just kind of laid back and just did my usual routine and went to school and just kind of focused on studying, which was really nice as well and kept me focused on my work. And then for the last week of February, I decided to really challenge myself. I've been really challenging myself the whole time I'm here, but I decided to really commit to going to the gym. And long story short, I've been going twice a week now, which is not too much, but it's something that I'm learning and starting to enjoy. So that is one big thing that I started. As a person who always loved football, volleyball, badminton, and like group sports and dodgeball or anything to do with like teamwork and team play sports, I was not really sure I was going to enjoy it. But I think having to do something for my body and actually moving helps me mentally as well. So I think I needed that, and a good way to start getting back into sports is to kind of work on your own, because I'm again in a new country and I don't really have friends who play volleyball or friends who does football. Well, at least not yet. So gym is kind of the way that I can kind of release my stress and let it all out, as well as good for my body and stay healthy and everything. So I'm really happy that I signed up for it, and I really want to commit to it and be better and be stronger and have a better, clear mindset. So that is going to be a wrap up of February. It's been it's been 2 months of great experiences, and I'm sharing a lot of my highlights, but there are definitely like my lowlights and times that I wasn't too comfortable, or I was just straight up sad. But I think it's okay to feel that way, and I also want to highlight that whatever I share to you guys right here and through my social media is my highlights. So do not, I repeat, do not ever compare it to you. And it is fun, and I do enjoy my life here, but there are hard parts that I don't really show. Maybe if I'm brave enough, I might share some parts of me where I'm imperfect and I'm still human, and I'm exactly the same as you guys are. But I just want to mention that a little bit, because I think with these days in social media and all these sharing life public, it can be a lot to handle, and I totally 110% understand. I myself as well do feel kind of left out and kind of fear of missing out in times where I see people doing, and I'm just at home and I'm like, wow, well, life. So just keep in mind that it's just that 15 second of 8600, how many seconds we have in a day, and there are bad times too. So keep that in mind. And I think that's all that I want to say for February. It's been a month with a lot of like studying about myself, and I think it's a month where I'm like slowly learning a lot about my self-worth yeah, I think another thing I'm realizing is the more I have like self-respect and self-discipline to myself and kind of work for me, I'm beginning to see what kind of people around me are kind of my people, and not everyone I meet have to like me, or not. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but I'm kind of realizing a lot of things, and I'm slowly learning. I'm slowly learning more about myself. I know it's like at the end of I know I've just brought this at the end of the video, but another thing I wanted to share was that I have actually finished my Project 50 challenge. That is definitely a big highlight, which I cannot forget to not mention it. So that is the big like accomplishment for me as well. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have brought it at the last, but I'm thinking to make another video dedicated to how I felt and what was the Project 50 like, and some of my thoughts into it. But just to slightly plant my ground, I did do the Project 50 challenge, and I was able to finish it, and I'm so proud of myself. I wouldn't have imagined I could actually commit and do it, so I'm really proud of myself. And not every video has to be inspiring, but if this inspires you, I hope you do what you want to do. Whatever that's calling and pulling your name. You got it. I believe in you. You believe in you. You got this. You really got this. If there's any dreams you want it to be heard, feel free to comment down below or share it to me. I'm always here to support, and if there's something you really want it, you'll find a way to go do it. And if you are like, there's a quote on my phone, and it says something like, if you're brave enough, you should, and then you will. So that is it officially, and this will be the end of my video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm very grateful that I have this opportunity in front of me, and I would like to grab all this opportunity in front of me and make the best of it. So thank you very much for watching, and have a very nice day. Bye! Mahalo! House that I live, all the things that I could give him all full. Champagne and pools, forget about the price tag. Be mine. Okay. And always, baby, oh, I'm like.